Incoming transmission standby. Welcome to the Nod News Network. Andrzej Duda, US-led bloc will have to fight Russia if it accepts Kyiv amid conflict. Polish President Andrzej Duda said Kyiv will not be able to join the NATO military bloc as long as the conflict with Russia continues. Speaking Wednesday at the Krynica Forum in southern Poland, Duda recalled meeting his Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelensky to discuss Kyiv's future in NATO in the months before the bloc summit, which was held post in Vilnius in July. From the beginning, of course, we were aware that this was a very difficult problem. In particular, it is difficult just because there is a war, and we all know that directly recognizing Ukraine as a full member of NATO is impossible at this stage, he said, as reported by the news agency PAP quoted. The Polish leader explained that according to Article 5 of the NATO Treaty, which stipulates that an attack on a member state will provoke a reaction from the entire alliance, the bloc should join the conflict with Ukraine and fight against Russia if Kyiv is recognized now. It is clear that NATO countries will not accept such a scenario, he added during a high-level meeting in the Lithuanian capital. According to Duda, the goal of the Vilnius summit is just to open NATO's door for Ukraine, so that Russia cannot use its foot to block this door. The Polish president refused to predict exactly when Kyiv might pass through this door, but promised that Warsaw would support its neighbor on the path to NATO membership with all its capabilities. After the summit in Vilnius, Zelensky criticized the bloc for refusing to include a timetable for Ukraine's membership in the summit's final statement. Writing on social networks, the Ukrainian leader called this omission unprecedented and unreasonable and said that indecision on this issue is a sign of weakness in the alliance. Ukraine's president eventually softened his tone, calling the overall outcome of the summit positive. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg told the European Parliament last week that Ukraine has never been closer to NATO membership than it is today due to the creation of the NATO-Ukraine Council and the removal of the requirement for action plan for Kyiv membership, as agreed in Vilnius. However, he did not give a specific time for joining. Moscow, which views NATO as a hostile bloc and strongly opposes its eastward expansion, has emphasized Kyiv's desire to join the alliance as one of the main reasons for its move. Military operation in February 2022. This has been the Nod News Network, transmission complete.